good evening, Zimbabwe. My name is Kerina Mujati, your favorite comrade sister, and welcome once again to another episode of Kerina Live. Welcome new subscribers, and a very good evening, and welcome back to all subscribers and all those who are following this channel. Today it is another day. I hope you had a great day. So today on this episode, we are continuing with this corruption which is going on in Zimbabwe. Sometimes people, they think that it's only people who are like Wikino Chuvayo, Mike Chimompe, Moses Mpofu, who are just looting our country. It is so shocking that Zach the only sent out a letter of interest to interview Wikine Ochivayo, Moses Mpofu, and Mike Chimombe. My question tonight to you, Zach, is where is your letter to invite your fellow judge, the corrupt one, the ambibleached one, Priscilla Chigumba? According to the documents which I've seen, Priscilla Chigumba even attended one of the meetings, so she is an accessory of this crime. And since she's an accessory of this crime, this crime cannot be complete without her, because she's part of the jigsaw. I myself, Kerina Mujati, I am calling out that Zach must investigate Priscilla Chigumba. And also Law Society, where are you? Priscilla Chigumba must be investigated, and she must step down as a judge. She must step down as Zach chairperson. She must not be anywhere near our benches in Zimbabwe. She is a corrupt woman. She's rotten. She's protected. Therefore, she must step down, because we've been knowing that she's corrupt since 2018, 2023. And now this, she's also equally involved. Please, Law Society, we need action. Can you suspend Priscilla Chigumba from practice until further notice? As of now, she's not fit. But I'm not amused after seeing the interview which was done on these newly appointed judges. I can honestly tell you that the Prison Services Commission in Zimbabwe must consider interviewing some of those inmates around Zimbabwe. Most people who are in Chikurubi or whatever prisons they are, where there's Shamba, where there's Blawayo or Kwekwe, I can guarantee you, most of those people, they are not guilty. Because what I saw today in one of those interviews, and those people were appointed by Mnangagwa, I think many, even you, the relatives of all these inmates, consider to look for lawyers. Most of your relatives are in prison not for crimes they committed. The incompetence in our judiciary system beggars belief. I could not believe what I was seeing and what I was hearing during that interview panel. And then Emerson Mnangagwa will take those doofus, illiterates of the law in Zimbabwe and appoint them to the bench as judges. No wonder the judiciary system in Zimbabwe, there is too much corruption. They don't even know what they claim they are standing for. Simple questions. Someone was asked, what is the importance in examinations to lawyers? She could not answer. She could not answer the question. And the other guys, like he had crammed an answer. Those judges who were newly appointed, they must be struck off. They are not fit. They are not competent. I think ED is just appointing Marakashi there. Those Marakashi who are not known in the public domain and say that they are lawyers. Those people, they cannot be judges. Never. I saw it with my two eyes. So myself, I'm calling out Zach. Priscilla Shigumba must equally be investigated for the same crimes of Wigna Ochivayo, Moses Mpofu, and Mike Shimombe. And also the Law Society, I'm calling upon you as well that those newly appointed judges must be struck off. They are not fit for purpose. They don't know nothing about our law. I don't even think they do know how to interpret and to apply the law. From what I've seen, I'm telling you, they don't know how to interpret and how to apply the law. And those two things are very important. Hence, Emerson Mnangagwa is doing whatever he wants to abuse in the judiciary system because he's got those most incompetent people. Whilst on that, like I told you yesterday about some of the corruption of Emerson Mnangagwa, some of the tenders which did not go through public interest, like the Robert Gabriel Mugabe Airport, the Chisumbanje Green Fuels, and Belgrade Border Post and this housing. I'm here today to remind you something. There was a time Jacob Mafume appeared to be on the people's side. When he was appointed, he refused the Pomona dam site that it wasn't going to be funded by what are they called? By Harare citizens, is it? And then this Pomona dam site, we all know that it is for Sean and Collins Mnangagwa, fronted by the same looter through drugs who was looting our Ministry of Health, and now is now looting other public funds through this dam site. And they've even lied to say that this dam site, it has national interest because it will be yes, national status, because it will be supplying electricity to army barracks at the Defense College. We all know it's a lie, because they just wanted to justify that threshold that the Treasury will pay for the dam site. The Treasury must not pay for the dam site. And Mafume, you are a hypocrite. Now it is apparent in the opening that after you fell out with this Chamisa thing, and you got the person who Chamisa wanted to be in the position and got him fired by Chabangu, and you come back to anchor Emerson Mnangagwa's corruption in the city of Harare. The Treasury must not pay that dam site. That dam site must be paid through the revenue collected by Harare City Council. And this revenue collected by Harare City Council, that dam site, isn't it is for garbage and everything used by those who live in Harare. So you as a council, you should be collecting taxes. That's how you collect your revenue. If you are not collecting taxes, that's your own incompetence. The treasurer must not fund this. It's either these Harare people, they live with their garbage on the streets. If you cannot fund it as a mayor, and as a mayor, if you've got no ways of raising those funds so that that dam site can be functional, then you must step down. We need people who've got ideas, not people who come into office to anchor the road of Emerson Mnangagwa simply because Urichana Chavatete. It will not work. It will not work, Mafume. It will not work. And again today, I'm here again to expose this Jacob Mafume and his town clerk, Wosaya Chisango. These two men, Jacob Mafume and Wosaya Chisango, they've awarded that bogus Arab investor fronting for ED for Miku's hotel. That's the man we are being told that he bought Miku's hotel. That's the same Arab who's been looting our gold with ED since. And now Jacob Mafume and this town clerk, they've ended Africa Unity Square to Miku's Hotel. That must be stopped. That must be stopped. Africa Unity Square is for people, for their leisure, and it's supposed to be protected like that. We cannot have people who doesn't understand some of these significant sites in Zimbabwe. It's supposed to be protected because there's history there. And we cannot allow a hotel fronted by some bogus Arab, fronting for Emerson Mnangagwa's family to loot everything in CBD. It must be stopped. You, Jacob Mafume, you must stop what you are doing in your society, Chipango. Just stop it. Please, somebody, just stop it. Miku's Hotel must not do anything. They cannot take away that from the people. They cannot take that from the people. Which people sit on that board and what were the arguments? We need to know. The other time they wanted to take Harare Gardens and for Monomtapa. Now they are here trying to take Africa Unity Square. It's a significant historical place and it must be protected so that people can enjoy the history. We cannot just have all places taken away. We do have illiterates. People like Mafume surviving on tribalism and nepotism. Just stop it, Jacob Mafume. Miku's Hotel must be stopped. Miku's Hotel is Emerson Mnangagwa's family business. And I don't know you people from diaspora, you talk, you go, you want to go and boycott that thing because you will be poisoned in that stupid hotel. It's for ED. We should identify hotels, lodges run by these ZANU-PF thugs looting our country and boycott them. Boycott this Miku's Hotel. It's a danger to society because it's run by the most dangerous family in Zimbabwe who cannot be trusted. If you go there and they know you because they've got those lists, unless you book with a different name, but definitely some people will know you, they'll see your face and recognize you. Be careful. Some people, very soon you'll start to be sick. Remember, if you are a patron who likes Miku's Hotel, consider going somewhere. Because that place now is considered, it's a risk to the people, to people who are in politics, to activists, to ordinary people. Just try to avoid that place. Because it's run by Emerson Mnangagwa. So if maybe you are coming from diaspora and you are ignorant to know that Miku's is now under the ruthless, poisonist Emerson Mnangagwa. Don't cry when you start turning gray, black. You will remember that visit to Miku's Hotel. Me, I'll never step in there. You'll never see me there. Never. But what I'm trying to say to you, to people now, I know Minister of Tourism is run by an incompetent doofus who is equally looting the ministry, Barbara Rodzi. So she won't do anything because she doesn't know the importance and the significance of protecting places like the Africa Unity Square. It's a place of history and it must be protected. We cannot just have ignorant people running the show and taking away everything that signifies our history, the memories of Harare City Center. No, it must be stopped. And it is Jacob Mafume. You are now the people's enemy. Jacob Mafume, bloody, damned, petty sellout, and your Hosea Chipango. And also the treasurer, I'm calling out the treasurer, that you must stop paying the Pomona dam site. You must stop paying it. If Mafume's budget and the town clerk, they said their budget cannot meet the Pomona dam site, then the Pomona dam site must be closed. And people of Harare must come together with a solution of how they are going to do their recycling waste management. It cannot be on the taxpayers who are not even using that Pomona dam site. Jacob Mafume, you either come up with plans on how you are going to manage that dam site or you step down. You cannot be used by Emerson Mnangagwa. It can never happen. How much are you paying? Can that be made public? Emerson Mnangagwa and this family along Nguwaya must also go to ZAC for drugs looting of during COVID. That story must be opened because we never got a satisfying outcome. He must be investigated. And in this Pomona again, he must be investigated. That's for today. And we all know that they're trying to say it's a national status so that it supplies the army barracks. But there's no army barracks which is being supplied by any energy. We can even confirm this with the defense college. There's no electricity, so stop looting Zimbabwe. Stop looting Zimbabwe. Emerson Mnangagwa and your family, please. So what I'm now trying to say is that at the end of the day, Mafume is a petty criminal and is doing politics of the status because Chana Chavatete trying to anger this nonsense from where they are coming from with ED. So we are not going to... I am not a subject of you Mafumes and you the gang which is used by ED. We can never be your subjects. It's either you do your job or you ship out Mafume and Judiciary Chisango. And then what right now, because you Jacob Mafume, a sellout you are, and you shall be known like that. And then what's on the looting again? Last year in October, I wrote a story about Mnangagwa coming out to reach out to the Zimbabwean government, to ED. And Gaddafi, before he was taken out, he had investments in Zimbabwe because he once supplied fuel in Zimbabwe, and he opted that he invested in Zimbabwe. So some of the investments were in CBZ, and those shares have been looted by Emerson Mnangagwa and his family. We know you. You lied to Mnangagwa that it was Mugabe who stole those shares. You are lying. You took the gold, you took the houses, you took the farms, and with some of your ministers and some corrupt people, your relatives, you go maybe whatever in the security service, and you are busy trying to change title deeds and everything. Where now you Emerson Mnangagwa? Those investments were sacrificed by Zimbabwean government for the fuel they'd taken from Libya. So those things you are looting, thinking that you are looting from Mnangagwa, they belong to the taxpayers of Zimbabwe. You must give them back because we are very aware. And you Emerson Mnangagwa, the South Africans must hear it as well, because you have connived with Ramaphosa and Mbalula to loot also Muammar Gaddafi's investments in South Africa. That's why you are partners in crime. That's why you are worried that what is going to happen to you, because now the DA are there. They are the works looking at the way Mbalula and Ramaphosa have been behaving. So Cyril, Ramaphosa, and yourself, you are thugs, and you should be stopped. And I hope something will give for Sadiq not to give you the presidency, because it is apparent, I think you have recruited as well, that fake Yankee speaking Dufas president of Malawi, because we can see what is happening in Malawi. I think you have, so you need to be stopped, because we cannot allow you Cyril Marikana Ramaphosa and you Emerson Dambudziko, pushist, Gugura, Woodist, looter, murderer, poisonist of Zimbabwe, to now further your criminal empire. It will not work. And we also want to know, Zach, you must tell us, why is this Cyril Ramaphosa and the Fikile Mbalula, they've got platinum and gold mines in Zimbabwe? They cannot come and loot whilst our own people, they don't have anything. Ramaphosa and Fikile Mbalula must be investigated. They are looting our country because Emerson Mnangagwa wants to be saved. It will not work. Zimbabweans must come first. Our people must come first. Whether it's in mining, it's in farming, our land is our life. Our land is our wealth. Our land is our future. So we have to protect land. Whether they are mines, whether they are just green fields, whether it's just virgin lands, we must protect it for future generations. Zimbabwe is not going to the grave with Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa and his family. Therefore, the future of our next generation must come first. Whenever there's any planning, we must consider what is going to be of Zimbabwe for the future generations of hundreds or thousands years to come. We cannot be taken to the grave by Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa and use the thuggish government. Enough of this. And this is my message today. I'm still compiling all the information I know about companies which has been looted by Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, with all the mines they've looted in Zimbabwe. We know that. And you, again, Chitando at the Ministry of Lands, we know what you are doing and you must stop it. I'll come back on another episode and say, Zimbabwe, have a good night. We'll catch up again tomorrow on Carina Live. And thanks for tuning in once again. Good night.